Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing square number 15 for the 2025 sampler blanket, and this one is made from the Silt Stitch. It's very mildly textured and works up really quickly too. I'm using Stylecraft Special DK and a 4mm corresponding hook, trusty scissors, darning needle, and I always need my ruler or a tape measure to measure my work, as I'm not going by the amount of stitches because the pattern can tend to change that. I am going by a measurement. For this project I'm using US terminology, and when we make our chain it needs to be divisible by 3. We are going to make a chain that is divisible by 3. I will aim for 24 chains, and I'll check that with my 13cm measurement. So yarn end in your right hand, making a loop on your left, pulling up the loop with your hook, and you've got a movable slip stitch. Yarn over, pull through the stitch on your hook, yarn over, pull through the stitch on your hook, and that is your chain. Now go ahead and make the amount of chains that you are working with. I'm just doing a measurement here, and I am over the 13 centimeters, which is just fine because we're going to start our first stitch in the 3rd chain from the hook. So you have your chain here, and the top of it looks like little V's. On the back you'll see little bumps, and that is where I work, and it's just my personal preference. You can choose wherever you like. So yarn over, counting 1, 2 and 3, not including the loop on your hook, making a double crochet into the 3rd chain from your hook, yarn over and making a double crochet into each chain for the 1st row. I'm going to go off and I will meet you at the end. I just want to show you something here. I checked my measurements with my 1st row, and that seemed okay for 13 centimeters. But after doing the 2nd row, that is a solid 14 centimeters, and it has super stretch. So super stretch takes it out to 15 centimeters. So I'm going to pull this undone and go back to my standard 21 chains. 21 chains here is a little bit short of the 13 centimeters, but I am learning that 21 chains is a really good number for patterns that expand out, whereas patterns that pull in, 24 chains is ideal for my sizing, that is. So I'm not sure if you're doing something similar, and often you don't know if a pattern is going to expand out until you're underway by a few rows, and then you'll get a good indication. So let's get started now on row number 2. We're going to turn our work and either do 2 chains or 2 stacked single crochets. I do 1 single crochet on top of the other, which represents a double crochet. Now on row 2 we're going to do 2 more double crochets into that first space. Then we're going to skip 1 and 2, and we're going to do a single crochet and 2 double crochets. Skip 1 and 2, single crochet and 2 double crochets. Skipping 2, single crochets, 2 double crochets. skipping 2, single and 2 doubles, skipping 2, single and 2 doubles, skipping 2, single, 2 double crochets. Then we have 2 stitches left. We're going to skip 1 and do a double crochet into the last. Now we're turning our work and doing either 2 chain or a stacked single crochet. This time we're going to do a double crochet into the top of every stitch now. So we're going to do double crochet into the top of the double crochet, the next double crochet and the single crochet, double, double and single, double, double and single. All right, doing double crochets all along the top of row 2. Remembering that little single crochet that's hiding into the single crochet, into the double, double and into the single, into the double, double, and this time we're doing a double crochet into the top of the turning chain or stitch, whichever you may use. Turning your work, doing 2 chains or a stacked single crochet, 2 more double crochets into that very first space, skipping 2 stitches, doing a single crochet, 2 double crochets, skip 2, single and 2 doubles, skipping 2, single and 2 doubles, skip 2, single and 2 doubles, skipping 2, single and 2 doubles, skip 2, single and 2 doubles, skipping 2 and a double crochet into that very last stitch. Turning your work, 2 chains or a stacked single crochet, and we are then going to do double crochet all the way across into the top of the double crochet below, the double crochet below and the single crochet below. All right, so it's all double crochets for this row. Then we turn and we do our single crochet, 2 double crochets and skip 2. I'm going to go now and I'll catch up with you just a little bit later on. I've only got about 1 row to go. That was so quick. All right, last row, stacked single crochets, and what have we got? Our pattern row. So 2 double crochets here in the very first stitch, skipping 2, single crochet and 2 double crochets, skip 2, single and 2 double, skip 2, single and 2 double, skip 2, single and 2 doubles, skip 2, single, 2 doubles, and there we have our finished Silt Stitch square. It's a very, very mild texture on this one. Though that was the name of the game originally, wasn't it? Mildly textured. I added a little more mild than mild last time with all the front posts and back post crochets. They tend to add more like moderate to large texture. I just feel like they needed to be in. Okay, sewing our yarn ends in, trying to break through threads as we go, but also knowing that when we join, we are going to be working over top of these yarn ends. Okay, I had better go. I've got plenty of squares to do. I will see you again really soon. Bye for now.